I want you to start one episode.
No thanks.
The WCB Podcast, your source for all things Chicago Blackhawks and everything hockey. With your host, Jarom and Tanner. Let's do it. Jarom and Tanner.
It's another edition of the WCB Podcast. It's Jarom. It's Tanner, who's still being stubborn as an asshole. What's up, bud?
Nothing. Just, closer and closer. We're almost there.
Training camps open up this Friday.
Thursday.
So very, very close. All right, real quick, because with these division previews, we are keeping it strictly just a division. We're not going to do Hawks talk, but a lot has happened with Hawks. So 60 seconds, cover everything you want to say Blackhawks. Spencer Knight, extended.
PTO.
Yes, PTO. The kids, prospect tournament, looked fucking good.
Yeah. Renzel, nice. More, nice. Levshon, nice. Spellacy, wrecking ball.
Yeah. Lardis looks good. We'll get more into that though, like with the Hawks preview, because there's a lot of saying like who deserves to make the team out of camp and all that kind of stuff. And I don't know if you agree with me, but I think there's a lot more guys that should be in Rockford and there should be coming out of camp to strictly to the Hawks. But and we'll get into that in a few weeks here. But so last week Atlantic, this week we are doing the Metro. What's up, guys? Before we get into this episode, I just want to take a quick second to ask you guys a huge favor. If you're listening to the show on either Apple Podcasts or Spotify, or even on your favorite platform, make sure you are subscribed or following the show. And if you're watching this on YouTube and you haven't already done so, make sure you hit that subscribe button, like this video, leave some comments, share it with your friends. And if you, just so you don't miss any future episodes, make sure you hit the little bell button so you get notified when we post new content. We appreciate it. And now let's get back to the episode. And double check that again, even though I just confirmed it twice because I get these two divisions mixed up because it's irrelevant Eastern Conference hockey. Just kidding.
It's the worst division in hockey.
This is probably the worst division in hockey. So same style as last week. We're gonna go 8-1. Then we're gonna give our who is going to be in the playoffs, and it's gonna be basically the top three teams in this division because we both did all 5 spots in the Atlantic made up the 2 wildcard spots. So let's go ahead and get going. Last place in the division was the Philadelphia Flyers, which had a much better season, I think, than people really anticipated with them. They were actually kind of in the hunt for a good portion, I feel.
I think you're thinking of the year before.
Really?
Yeah, the year before they were just squeezed out of a playoff spot, and they were.
This year they were 33, 39, and 10 for 76 points, and I feel like up until there's a certain point that they were still in the race. But I could be.
Where are you getting 33? What?
39 and 10.
I got 21, 39, and 22. What is this fucking bullshit?
I'm on Hockey Reference.
Yes. Oh, there it is. Oh, what was that? On the main page, if you go to like the NHL standings, it's different.
Oh, see, I'm looking on the main page and it's just like the home page.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, mine says 33, 39, and 10.
Why does mine say 21, 39, and 22?
Oh, anyway, you're correct. I got this season mixed up.
Okay.
So, any big additions that the Flyers made?
Yeah. Trevor Zegras, ever heard of him? There's Zegras is the big acquisition. I don't think I gotta see their free agents. I can't remember anybody off the top. Oh, actually, I do remember now. Christian Dvorak. That 1 year, $5 million. Yeah,
Dude, Trevor Zegras is gonna work so well with Rick Tocchet. Like,
I mean, you get Zegras and Michkov just both pulling Michigan's off.
dude, do you think like Tortorella is just like, oh god, I'm so glad they fired my ass?
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, the other big addition is Tocchet. They also got Dan Vladar on the back end. That's pretty
They
much it,
just
though.
and then they just traded Ivan
Fedotov,
Fedotov. Yeah, they just traded him for what, a pick. So their
sixth
goaltending.
rounder.
Yeah. So I mean, Philadelphia, I don't think, I don't know. It's so weird nowadays because it's like a lot hinges on, can Zegras figure his game out? Because I feel like he fell off big
Yeah.
time. He had all that hype being the cover athlete on NHL, and he's doing all the cool trick stuff and all that, but it just doesn't translate well to on ice play. And it just he kind of fell off.
I mean, he's back with Drysdale now.
And that's a big thing. I mean, they literally, what was the quote? We did everything together. We slept together. We went to the bathroom together. We did all, like, so it's like that's going to be probably a big thing. But I think even if they find the magic again, I still don't think they're jumping up much. I mean, they'll certainly not finish last. I think there's another team that's going to finish last. And we're going to get to them fairly soon here.
I mean, they could still be pretty bad, though.
Yeah. And two, it's like, I wonder how Michkov is going to follow up his rookie season. Because, I mean, he had a great season last year. He had 80 games, 26 goals, 37 assists for 63 points. Still finished fourth in Calder voting, which,
I mean, yeah, it was a tough year.
Yeah. But I mean, he definitely proved, like, as advertised, I felt like, I mean, watching him, like, the hype for that kid is fucking real.
Yes.
So hopefully he can, keep it going, and, the nice little pieces here. And I really don't know what else to say about Philly.
Dude, this team is just, like, so weird to me. Because, like, I'm just saying, I don't really know what to think about this team. Like, their top six, like, on paper sounds good. But like, their bottom six is, like, so weird to me. Like, right now on Puckpedia, they have Christian Dvorak as their fourth line center, and he's making 5.4. It's 5.4. It's not even 5 million. It's 5.4. But it's just like, Jesus Christ. If I was him too, I'd be like, yeah, okay, you want to pay me how much?
Yeah,
I don't know.
they're definitely take the interesting approach to this rebuild. I mean, I don't know if you can call it a rebuild, if it's more of a retool.
Yeah, because they didn't really ship out a lot of, like, what was their biggest trade was, like, Scott Lawton to Toronto.
Yeah.
And what was the other defenseman that they had? Didn't they have someone else, or was it Nick Seeler that they were just talking about?
I think they were talking about Nick Seeler, then they re-signed him. Or was that the year before?
That was last year, I think.
Dude, these years are just blending together.
Yeah, now Nick Seeler's listed as their first line left defenseman. I'm like, is that true? Is that what he's supposed to be? Like, we had Nick Seeler on the Hawks. Do you remember that?
Yeah, for like half a season. Didn't we claim off of waivers?
Yeah,
Minnesota
he didn't crack the lineup. Yeah, we had him for 6 games. And then he went back to Minnesota. Oh, wait, no, sorry, he didn't. That's when he signed with Philly. My bad. The way that this is listed is kind of just odd.
I mean, this is very much a team. If their top 2 lines go, then they're going to be fine. But the second you get like third, fourth line out there, that's when teams are going to take advantage, and it's going to be tough for this team to compete, I think.
Yeah, I just don't see it. I'm looking at their trades from last year, and it's so weird. They traded Joel Farabee and Morgan Frost for Jacob Pelletier and Andrei Kuzmenko, and then they flipped Kuzmenko to the Kings, and I'm pretty sure they just let Pelletier walk. Yeah, he's on Tampa. It's like sick asset management. Fucking stupid. Danny Briere is just like, I don't know what to do with these guys. Can we just get rid of them so that like Michkov can take over, and then we'll get Porter Martone in here like in a year or two?
But then you got guys like they're quote unquote older guys, Travis Konechny, Sean Couturier, who have 8 years and 5 years respectively left on their deals. So I mean, Travis Konechny is just kicking off his extension now. Like, this is the first year of his 8-year deal.
Full no move. So does Sean Couturier. Oh, Sean Couturier's no move turns into a modified no trade list, I think, the last season. Dude, like, Konechny is a sick piece, though. If they would be able to move him at some point, like, that would be the perfect playoff guy to get for, like, a lot of other teams.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. It feels like they need to get younger, but I have no idea. I think they're just like, fuck it, let's just go for it. But they're also still paying Cam Atkinson, Kevin Hayes, and Scott Lawton. They have the buyout of Cam and then retained on Kevin Hayes and Scott Lawton. So I don't know.
So I mean, they're just hoping. Maybe they're just like, we got our NHL pieces. Let's just see what happens, and then we'll probably get decent draft picks, and then just kind of build through the draft that way.
Yeah, I think I think they're going to try and start getting prospects or picks. I mean, good for them. They have their fucking first rounder this year.
Year to have it.
That is a good year to have it. It would be pretty funny if McKenna ends up in Philadelphia when all the vibes make me feel like it's going to be Pittsburgh.
Yeah. Make your vibes feel Chicago, bud. That's where you're.
Oh yeah, that's where I want it. But
you need to feel it. You need to believe it.
It's the whole history. History repeats itself. Lemieux got to pass the torch to Crosby. Now Crosby will be able to pass the torch to McKenna, and then the team will be like back at the top. Like, they're gonna get sold again. I don't know. Yeah, I got nothing else for Philly.
All right.
They're very much a team that I think the Hawks should beat this season.
Well, let's move on to the other team we're just talking about. The Pittsburgh Penguins, who last year finished 34, 36, and 12 for 80 points. I am correct, Tanner. Don't question it.
Questioning everything. Questioning my existence.
Here's what I'm questioning with you. Any big moves?
Let's see. Free agency? No, because they've gone out and said that they don't want to get anything. I think. Actually, I was on auto. I'm an idiot. Oh, they got Anthony Mantha. Did they pick up fucking Caleb Jones?
Yep.
Jesus. They are desperate. Also, they picked up Archer Shilos and they moved Nedeljkovic.
Correct.
That's actually the Shilovs trade is good because Shilovs, I think, was literally just the MVP of the AHL playoffs.
And he had that great run with Vancouver in the playoffs too.
Yeah.
The year before, kind of when everybody was going down hurt.
He was a big reason that they were pushing Edmonton to, I think, only 6 games, almost 7.
Yeah, that was a head scratcher that Vancouver made that move for some reason. Unless he was given the listen, I'm ready to go. You got Demko locked down.
They also have Kevin Lincoln in that they just extended too.
That's true. Yeah. So he probably was just like, okay, clearly there's no path for me to play right now. So let's go. And what better situation to go to Pittsburgh, who, despite what Sidney Crosby's saying, is the only active team tanking in the NHL right now.
Yeah. But Crosby's not going to tank.
That's the thing. He's like, there's even a comment him saying he's like, I didn't sign up for that. Like, I don't play this game to not win. And the funny thing is, if there's anybody that's going to will a piss poor team to a playoff run, it's going to be fucking Sidney Crosby.
Yeah. A 38-year-old Crosby and a 39-year-old Evgeny Malkin. They also made a move and picked up Matt Dumba from Dallas.
They did?
Yeah.
When did they do that?
That was I was looking through this because I did not remember that either. But that was July 10th. It was Dumba and a 2028 second round pick for some kid named Vladislav Kolyachonok, which I know you would not be able to get.
I got a segment idea for future episodes, but we'll talk about that later.
Is it you trying to pronounce names that you don't know?
Yeah, I want you give me players, and I just read them off and see if I can do it or not.
Yeah. Pittsburgh's such a funny team.
This also potentially is the swan song for Malkin.
Yeah, I could see that.
There's talks about him. I don't think Pittsburgh. He's up this year, right? He's like the final year.
Yeah.
And there's talks that Pittsburgh isn't going to offer him a new contract, and it seems like he doesn't want to play for anybody but Pittsburgh after all that drama before he signed his extension for this one.
Yeah.
With them. So what a shitty way for him to go out, man.
Dude, him and Ovechkin are gonna play on the fucking SKA St. Petersburg team.
Yeah. But yeah, Pittsburgh, man. I have them as probably third worst in the league.
Yeah, I think that they'll end up being last because they're gonna end up shipping guys out throughout the season. I don't see any reason for Pittsburgh to be like, we'll wait till the trade deadline. It's like if a guy like Kevin Hayes is playing hot, strike while the iron's hot. If a guy like Anthony Mantha, who they just signed, but he was hurt all of last year, right? So it's funny. He actually he's that rare case of had such a bad injury season that he can sign a performance bonus laden contract, even though he's not a rookie or over the age of 35. So he's a guy that if he's playing really well, you can probably move him. There's other guys like Nola Chari, Danton Heinen, Blake Lizotte, Philip Tomasino. All these guys are on 1-year deals. And I'm sure Pittsburgh's like, hey, you guys are playing really well. Hey, fucking whatever your team is, you got some injuries. We got these guys that are playing decent. You got any picks, prospects? What do you got?
And then you're going to have the whole year. It's this entire season is going to be, when is McDavid going to sign his extension, or is he going to sign his extension? And when is Crosby going to okay a trade?
What if Crosby only okays a trade to Edmonton for McDavid? He's trying to help Pittsburgh out. He's like, you can only trade me if it's for McDavid.
That's a stand move, man.
Yeah.
That is a fucking stand move and a half.
I mean, you're saving money. That's 8.7 next year.
Stan would still throw in 2 first-round picks and whoever Edmonton's best prospect is.
Yeah, obviously, there's one of those guys has 3 cups, and it's not McDavid.
Yeah, I don't know. Do you realistically think Crosby's gonna get moved?
No, I don't. I don't think that he's gonna move at all. I think Letang or Brian Rust, Ricard Raquel, even the guys that have a few more years left on their deals, those guys get moved before Crosby does. I wonder if Erik Karlsson gets moved again.
Yeah, he's got what? He'll have 1 more year left, or is he at 2?
He's got 1 year left at 10. Well, at 10 right now, unless Pittsburgh retains, which they are not retaining on anyone, so they have 3 slots available.
I would have fucking loved for the Hawks to make that trade with them, just so we can get a year of EK65 in Chicago.
Please. I'm curious too, they still have Tristan Jarry for 3 more seasons, and he had a very down season last year.
Well, they did just sign this young spark plug goalie to a PTO deal. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. Marc-Andre Fleury.
Oh,
I mean,
Who the fuck are you talking about? Yeah, dude. It'd be hilarious if Marc-Andre Fleury fucking plays like a stellar period and a half or whatever it is of this exhibition game. He's like, I think I still got it. Sign me up.
dude, it's gonna be so funny that everybody's gonna go to that preseason game. It's gonna be like a game 7 type atmosphere for a preseason game. He plays a period and a half, gets pulled, and I want every single person in that stadium to leave. Like, all right, well, we're done. Like, and just see how fast it goes empty.
Well, I'm curious if he starts or if he gets put in and plays the like last part of the game. Like how
I mean,
how great would that
that's
be?
all it is, right? Like this, there's no chance this is turned into anything, right? This is literally so he can play one more game as a Penguin.
I'm just saying, if Fleury is hilarious, there's like a 2% chance that he like it's just like, all right, okay. Because like he retired. He was like saying he's retired, and then he went and played for Canada in World Championships. It's like, okay. And now he's like could retire as a Penguin by just, doing a 1-day contract, but he's like, can we do a PTO? like he wants to. You can tell, dude. He wants to. He wants to be with the boys for another season.
I don't like the 1-day contract stuff, man. I want to be like, if you want to retire as a member of the team, you can sign a 1-day contract, but you have to play at least a shift. Yeah. Like you have to play one, unless you're like physically unable to play anymore. Okay, that's one thing. But guys that just retiring because they can't get a full-time spot, like you got to play one shift to retire officially as a member of that team.
I mean, he would just be tied for the oldest player in the NHL with Brent Burns and Corey Perry.
Like, Brent Burns is like the longest tenured player now, and it's like only because it was like by like 2 days or something like that.
Oh, okay.
Like, it was like Fleury played like on October 8th, and Brent Burns made his debut October 10th, something like that. So really? It's like literally like just they were separated by 2 days. It's so fucking funny.
I love it.
All right, let's move on to the island, the New York Islanders. Typical Islanders fashion, 35, 35, and 12. Very 500 essentially win-loss, they're just the most middle-of-the-road team. Just boring and plain. But their biggest move, I think, this offseason was firing of Lou Lamoriello.
Yep.
They have a GM that doesn't wake up on August 1st and realize, oh shit, I have to make some moves.
Yep.
Yeah. What do you think? How does that sit for the Islanders now?
Well, I mean, obviously the real biggest move on ice is Noah Dobson getting shipped out, right? Mm-hmm. The 2 first-round picks, I think that was huge. But you kind of are able to make that move when, you're bringing in the first overall pick in Matthew Schaefer.
Yeah.
And I really hope he does play this year. I think some people were like some scouts or whoever guys that like think they know fucking everything. We're like, you should spend another year like in the OHL. It's like
it's a valid point.
Yeah, but like if the kid's good enough to be in the NHL, like just let him play. Like he doesn't like when Leo Carlsson had his first season. Like he didn't play every game. They had played sheltered minutes, but like he belonged in the NHL, right? Like. Let him get those minutes, and then you can scratch him if you need to. But like, you don't have to be like, all right, here's 82 games, get at it. It's like, all right, like ease him in, maybe a game or 2 at a time, 2 games on, 1 game off, and then until he gets his like legs really under him.
So you're telling me don't do what the Hawks did to Korchinski?
I mean, what else were they going to do? That's all they got to say.
They could have scratched him a hell of a lot more to give him a.
For who? That season had so many injuries.
No, I know. I'm just saying though, like it just felt like they could have done that a little bit more. No Hawks talk. Or sorry.
No, I know what you're saying. So there's that. They also, what did they do? They signed Fuck, I was just looking at it. Is it this kid? Maxim Shabanov? Yes. So they went out and got this kid from the KHL, which I haven't really heard anybody say anything about, but he's 24 years old. He put up 67 points in 65 games in the K.
Oh, yeah. He was like a big commodity.
He's 5'8".
Yeah, a lot of people were like, oh, who's he going to sign? Like, it was like a big deal, actually, like who he was going to end up signing with.
Yeah. He put up 20 points in 21 games in the playoffs, too. So, pretty sick.
They also brought in Jonathan Durant, Jonathan Drouin.
Yep.
Which is I feel that's going to be an interesting move to see kind of like how he performs, because he really found life again playing in Colorado and playing with McKinnon. And it's just hopefully that translates to him for, being away from his buddy, his junior buddy, and all that kind of stuff.
Tony DeAngelo signed an extension. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, being away from McKinnon, but like Barzal is pretty good.
If he can stay healthy.
If he can stay healthy, it's true. Let me look at their depth chart. Like right now on Puckpedia, they have the first line listed as Drouin, Horvat, and Shabanov.
Dude, they're really high on this kid.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I don't know. And then Andrews Lee, Barzal, and Palmieri. I can't believe Palmieri's. I feel like should be like 40. He's only 34.
I know. It's so fucking funny.
Jesus.
It's like Gibson.
They don't even have Schaefer listed on this as like in the lineup.
Well, maybe Puckpete is one of those guys. I don't think he's going to make it.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, on cap wages, too. He's not even on their main roster.
Interesting. I wonder why.
They still have him in the system.
Weird. I'm sure he's playing with the team. I don't know. Maybe they're just waiting until like the final rosters are finalized to actually like have him on there. They still have one of the best goalies in the league with fucking Ilya Sorokin. He's so good.
And that's the thing too. It's like now that you have a new GM in here that is actually going to make moves, you gotta wonder if they have a better shot at playoffs again. And this is a team that went from what was it, 3 in a row, to the conference final to just like 500 hockey.
2 in a row?
2 in a row. 2 in a row.
Both against Tampa.
Yeah, and then it was just 500 hockey like from there on out, and it was like they would win a couple, lose a couple, and it would just always cancel each other out. And it's like now you got a GM who is in tune with what this game is now. Is not a fucking ancient dinosaur like Lou Lamoriello. You got the only thing I'm questioning a little bit is him not coming in and bringing his own coach.
Yeah, I don't like Patrick Waugh as a coach.
No.
I don't really like him anyway. I didn't like him as a player. But, yeah, he does dumb shit. Dude, he fucking last year was like, oh, we have one of the best face-off teams in the league. We have a defensive zone draw. We're going to pull the goalie because we're down 1. They lost the face-off and the other team scored. Like, what the fuck are you doing? It's like such an idiot.
Yeah, so I don't know. It's gonna be interesting. I think this team's gonna be a lot better than what they were last year, but I don't know if it's gonna be enough to surpass 5 other teams, at least, or at least 3 other teams, to make a playoff spot.
I mean, their fucking division is weak.
That's what they got going for them, and
they could easily pass a few teams.
They were only 9 points out of the 3rd spot in the division last year.
Yeah, that's not bad.
So they were right there. So,
who led their team in scoring? Bo Horvat with 57. Like that's why he can fucking make the playoffs. How many games did Barzal play? 30 at 20 points. That's the big thing. Like you said, if he stays healthy, he's more of a 70 plus point getter, right?
Oh yeah, 100%.
So that's going to be huge. And if Schaefer plays, that's a good offensive boost too.
Yeah, huge.
Huge.
Talking about the other team in New York, you have the New York Rangers, who finished 39, 36, and 7 for 85 points last season. Feels like New York is just in this spiral of what the hell is going on. Chris Drury's got this really interesting approach at how to handle building his team, threatening guys to go on waivers if they don't waive their no trade clause, putting guys on waivers so that they can just get claimed by somebody else. Then they go and they trade for quote unquote locker cancers and proceed to name him captain the next season. Like, all in all, while still having probably this top 5 goalie in the league right now.
Yeah. That's why I was saying in our group text, I was like, he's gonna end up signing Carter Hart and trading away Shesterkin. It's gonna be so weird.
Yeah, I don't know what to make of the Rangers, and then on top of that, you got Panarin's in a contract year.
Yeah, I don't think they're re-signing Panarin.
No, I'm curious what Panarin's gonna want to, because he's not a spring chicken no more. He's only 33. No. What the hell? What am I? He's younger than me. What the shit? Yeah, all these guys feel like they should be so much older.
Yeah, I see that.
And then,
how did they get him? Oh, that makes sense. Okay. I was like, how did the Rangers get Brendan Brisson? It's like, oh yeah, they had Riley Smith at one point and they traded him back to Vegas, and Vegas was like, oh, did you want one of our first round prospects? Here you go.
But it's like, this is another team that it's like, at one point they were just a fucking juggernaut, and I felt we're like so close.
Yeah.
To making that next jump. Honestly, you know what it was that kind of like started the spiral down a little bit? Was trading for Patrick Kane. I feel like once they got Kaner, things kind of fell apart a little bit.
Maybe.
And I'm not saying it. I'm not saying it's probably because they trade. I'm just saying, like, that was around the time like they messed with their roster.
Yeah.
You know, and they they were like
trying
to
just
add
win the President's Trophy.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's weird.
But they're going to be a whole better team because they got your boy. They signed him this year. Guess who I'm thinking of?
Oh, the Taylor Radish.
Yep.
Jesus. Yeah, it's real good signing. Yeah, I don't know, dude. They fucking just named JT Miller captain. The weirdest thing to me was the fact that they didn't want to re-sign Keandre Miller, and then they did the sign and trade, and then they went out, like, he agreed to a contract of $7.5 million by 8 years, and then they went out and paid Gavrikov $7 million for like 7 years.
Yep.
A guy that's 4 years older.
Yep.
And I was like, what are we doing?
They're tired of waiting for Keandre Miller to turn in what Keandre Miller is going to turn into. So they won, and they got Keandre Miller from 7 years, or for 4 years from now, and gave him essentially the same contract.
That's kind of what it feels like. Except
it 100% was what it is.
Is Keandre Miller right-handed? Oh shit! I think he might be. Because I guess that would make sense if they wanted a better left-handed defenseman to pair up with Adam Fox. Why can't I find this? Also, they traded away Chris Kreider. They're like, see ya. No, wait. Keandre Miller is left-handed. Yeah, so what the fuck? So stupid. But yeah,
Usually they trim in division too.
Yeah, they did, which is hilarious. fucking Jesus, so weird. Yeah, and then they got rid of Chris Kreider. That's what I was trying to say. They were lucky that Vancouver was such a shit show last year because like that was the biggest talk over the Rangers.
Yeah, 100%.
And then like tell me these aren't the same people. Mika Zibanejad and Elias Patterson, are they not the same fucking person?
100%.
Like, and then JT Miller went from one to the other.
I'm surprised they haven't bullied Zibanejad out of there yet.
Well, he's got a fucking full no move.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, I'm just surprised they haven't like found a way to bully him.
They tell him his music sucks. Just I don't know, man. Like, Jesus.
I will say I'm actually really excited. Well, not really excited. I'm just excited to watch him play. Is Gabe Perreault if he can make the jump? I think that's gonna be a nice young offensive piece for this team. That especially with more than likely losing like Artemi Panarin. Not saying it's gonna completely fill the void, but it's like Gabe Perreault could be that next offensive piece that is gonna have to get plugged into that top six role. So they're gonna probably be leaning on him a lot. Is this technically his first season?
No, because didn't he play at the end of last year?
Well, no, yeah, but I mean he only played 5 games.
Yeah, but like with the way that their contracts work from college, it's
yeah. I'm just saying, like, he burned a year, but technically, like, he didn't play.
Yeah, he's still a rookie.
Yeah. So, yeah, he did really well at fucking Boston College last year. 48 points in 37 games.
Mm-hmm.
God, he was one that I was hoping fell to the Hawks of that one draft year.
It's all right. We got Oliver Moore.
No, I know.
The thing I was just thinking of is like, what if like this team's not good? Like they have some guys like locked up for so long. You know, if they ask Panarin, like, "Hey, can we trade you?" and he's like, "Only to Detroit."
Oh God, the love triangle hits Motown. I would actually love that.
That'd be so funny.
Yeah, because look at Zibanejad 5 years, JT Miller 5 years, Lafreniere 7 years, Trocheck 4 more years, and those aren't cheap cap. I mean, it's going to look a lot better when the cap goes up, but 8.5, 8, 7.45, 5.625. I mean, and then you got Adam Fox making 9.5, which that's justifiable to me. I mean,
is this the year that Alexei Lafreniere actually becomes the player that everybody thought he would because they've gotten rid of so many guys?
Does he finally become a player that could potentially make $7.45 million per season?
Yeah, it's not necessarily his fault that the Rangers were just like, third line.
Yeah.
Have you thought about the third line? Have you thought about not playing the power play on the first line? Like, they've just like fucked him so hard.
He really got fucked with that draft year because the Rangers had no business winning that draft lottery because of the way they did it because of COVID. And he should have gone. I guarantee you his career would have been a whole different stories if he went to like Montreal or Detroit was like the worst team that year or something like that. Yeah, like if he would have ended up there, it's a different fucking story. But the fact that he went on a team that is a playoff team technically, and they just put extra people in the draft lottery, it really fucked him over.
Yeah. I'm just looking at like Timmy Stutz. Like he's averaging almost 4 more minutes, except for like last season. He was averaging like about 4 more minutes time on ice than Lafreniere was. Last year he was about 2.
Well, Jimmy's awesome, man.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying like from that draft class though. Like, like Lafreniere, his most average time on ice is 17 minutes and 16 seconds. Like that's not a first overall pick's average time on ice anywhere else.
it's just a weird situation. And then the whole Capo thing. Like I know he got dealt, and
Yeah.
he found success elsewhere, but it was just like that. Those rookies for those couple years, man, it was just I don't understand what happened in New York. That it just feels like one of those areas or teams that you go to, and then you're just in like a career limbo.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, well, I think it's probably just because it's New York, it's a destination for a lot of free agents. So if you get drafted there, you're kind of like, fuck. Like I thought I was gonna have a spot, and then they went out and signed Artemi Panarin. It's like, oh, okay, cool, great, thanks, guys.
Yeah. I feel like New York is one of those teams you don't go to until you're an established player.
Yeah. Man.
Unless you come in when they're in a full rebuild with no big stars, big names on the team.
Yeah.
So, all right, let's keep it moving. In fourth place in this division was the very surprising Columbus Blue Jackets, who finished 40, 33, and 9 for 89 points and just 2 points out of a playoff spot. We all know what that team went through last year with the unfortunate passing of Johnny Gaudreau, and it really propelled this team to do something special. And I don't know if there was, maybe Devils fans, but I don't know anybody else that was cheering against Columbus at that point right now. I only see Devils fans because they were 2 points away from losing their playoff spots to Columbus. Zach Werenski had a career year. Norris
sick year,
caliber season. But is this a team that is going to continue that way, or was that just we did this 1 year, we had an emotional high, we were playing for a cause, and that kind of like took us there? What do you think Columbus is going to look like?
Sorry, I was just looking at something. I didn't realize this, but because I'm looking at a hockey reference, but Denton Bateychuk, it says that he was on the all-rookie team.
I know there's an all-rookie team.
Yeah. Yes. Hold on. Sorry. I'm trying to see. I don't fucking know where it's at. He was also 12th in Calder voting. Which
okay.
he was 12 of 12. He had 1 5th place vote.
Is that the guy that requested a trade?
No, that was Chinakhov.
Oh, okay.
So sorry, what were you saying?
So I was just saying, what are you thinking of this team? Like, what's this team going to look like? Was last year one of those like emotionally driven years that got them?
I think last year was that, but then it showed them where they could go. It's like you take that, take what you got out of last season and apply it to this upcoming season, knowing that you did that last year, you can do better this year. And I think that they could, dude. Like they were like a huge surprise, but you get another year of guys like your young guys too, right? Kirill Marchenko, Kent Johnson, Adam Fantilli, Cole Sillinger, like all of those guys are younger than 24 years old.
Finished top 10 in points on their team.
Yeah, disgusting. And then Zach Werenski, like he's a beast. Like, was last year the first year in a while that he played 82? Yeah, or he played 81.
Yeah,
but still, he put up 82 points in 81 games. It's like his first, technically, I'm gonna call it a full season because it's got 1 game less, but his first full season since he was 21 years old in 18-19. Dude, he's sick, and the team is just, I think, good. I like it. I like them. That's why I'm wearing their jersey.
It's a good team. Like they're exciting to watch because, like you said, they're young players. They're building through the draft, and they're not going out. They're not going to land the big free agents. Like Gaudreau was one of the few, big free agents.
Surprise.
Yeah, but typically, you're not going to typically get those guys most seasons, so they're going to have to learn to develop and build within their organization. And like you said, I mean, they're absolutely nailing it. And the fact that Fantilli is like last year, like really took a step up, I feel, in his game,
Yeah, he
and
put up
just
like 31 goals.
Yeah, 31 goals, 23 assists, 54 points. And like that was exactly like I remember I always said like I got when the Blackhawks won the draft lottery for Bedard, I was so pumped, but also a little part of me was like a little upset because when I was under the assumption, like I convinced myself we weren't gonna have a shot at Bedard and I was gonna be Fantilli was gonna be our guy. Dude, I fucking fell in love with that guy. He was so fucking good.
Mhm.
And seeing him have success in Columbus is awesome.
I didn't realize this, but Sean Monahan, I forgot, was hurt. But Sean Monahan had 57 points in 54 games.
Dude, he probably didn't
What
get
a
hurt.
year.
He probably would have been on a mission for Hart, man.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Jesus. Yeah, no, if this team puts it together again, I feel like they are definitely pushing playoffs. I like it. And the all other thing that they did is they went out and got Charlie Coyle and Miles Wood from Colorado.
Yeah. I mean, they're definitely improved. I mean, they're not, oh shit, look at the out kind of moves, but I mean, they're definitely improvements.
I mean, those guys are fucking like big boys.
Yeah.
Like, they like to hit. And I think that was something where the team may have seemed, other than like Boone Jenner, like the team may have seemed a little bit soft. And, oh yeah, and Matthew Olivier, the fucking guy that just likes to punch faces and got like a 6-year deal. He had 139 penalty minutes, which is a lot in today's NHL. But yeah, that's just hilarious. But yeah, dude, their top six is kind of sick with Voronkov, Monahan, and Marchenko, then Boone Jenner, Fantilli, and Kent Johnson. Like, it's so young. Like, it's so young. It's so crazy.
I think I'm going to say it. I think this might be my Eastern Conference team, man. Like,
Yeah.
just like, because it's like they're that feisty underdog. And they don't have like again, they don't have the big names, but everything you're saying, it's like it's the right moves when you have to build within. Like everything, like these guys are like Columbus is awesome, man.
Dude, also, so Jet Greaves, who's like one of their young goalie prospects who played the like 11 games at the end of the season, because I think Tarasov got traded. Did he get traded this offseason, or was it? I can't remember.
Who's that? Jet
Greaves and Tarasov. I think. Let me just look into this for a second. So Jet Greaves played. Okay, so he did start a few games in December, a game in January, a game in March, and then he had 5 games in April. And in those 5 games in April, he won all 5. And he had here's the save percentages. This is crazy. He had a 951. He had a 1000, so a shutout. He had a 968. He had a shutout and a 973. His lowest was a 951, and that was 41 shots in that game. Like, this man was on a mission.
He doesn't even sound like a real name, man. That sounds like one of those auto-generated like NHL players.
Dude, his in his 11 games, he had averaged a 938 save percentage and a 191 save percentage. Or sorry, 191 goals against average. It's like, buddy, keep it up. That's fucking. I know it's like impossible to keep that kind of shit up, but like if that's not just like, oh shit, like can't believe I did it, and then it's nowhere close ever again. Like,
did you say his numbers from in the AHL too?
No.
Dude, so last season, 40 games, he was 21, 11, and 6 with a 262 save or goals against and a 920 save percentage. The year before, 46 games plays, 30, 12, and 4, 293 goals against and a 910 save percentage.
Yeah, okay.
The kid's fucking good.
He's only 23. That's crazy.
That's impressive. Yeah, that's
really
impressive.
He was undrafted. Dude, that's why goalies are crazy. That's so funny. Yeah, he at 20 years old, he played in the ECHL for the Kalamazoo Wings, and then he played for the Cleveland Monsters. And then he played for the Monsters again, one game with the Jackets, and then he played with the Monsters, and he's just continually, his stats are getting better and better. Dude, his playoffs in 23-24 with the Cleveland Monsters, he had a 9.26 save percentage and a 2.17 goals against average in 13 games. Uh-oh, Merzlikins.
I mean, he's got to be on his. I mean, they're planning for his departure. Like,
Yeah.
how old is the young guy that I assume is old because he's been around forever?
31.
I'm giving up saying that. Let's move on to now. Are we playoff teams? I gotta make sure I'm on the right screen to hit back. The new fraud Devils, New Jersey Devils,
Jesus.
42, 33, 7 for 91 points. Let me pull up the playoff bracket. They lost in the first round to the Carolina Hurricanes.
Oh,
yeah, it doesn't say. Or no, here we go. Where's it at? Oh, they lost in 4-1 to Carolina. I'll say it. I say it every year, and I'll continue to say it again. This team is a fraud. They preach how good they are, and that this is finally the year that they're going to take this step. And then either they miss the playoffs or they lose in the first round badly. Talk about how good they are because they have Jack Hughes, and Jack Hughes is great, but he doesn't stay healthy, and can't get. By the time when he does get hurt, it's always in a crucial time for them to really finally prove that they're the team to beat. And now that their whole thing is Luke Hughes needs a contract, and they're talking about him being this great defenseman, when again, I don't know if he has the same conversation if his last name wasn't Hughes, given what he's proven so far.
Yes. Yeah,
So,
I mean, if he wasn't related to Jack and Quinn, like, I don't really know if it's that crazy. I mean, he does have 93 points in 155 games. Oh, we have the same birthday, but I'm just 14 years older, so no big deal. That's kind of cool.
As who?
As me and Luke Hughes.
What?
What?
Wait, I feel Luke Hughes should be way younger than that.
What? I said Luke Hughes is 14 years younger than me.
Oh, I thought you said something. Okay, never mind. I misheard you at all. I was like, wait a second. Something's not adding up here.
He's 35, 30, or no, he's 36, and he's looking for his second contract right now. Fuck. Yeah, like that's their biggest story right now is when's Luke Hughes gonna sign?
And when are they trading for Quinn Hughes?
Yeah, pretty much. They are. Was there any big gets this summer? Did they do anything? What did they do, Zach? What did they do? They made
obviously nothing enough.
They got rid of Howla.
It's in Nashville.
And then they traded for Thomas Bordeleau from San Jose for Shane Bowers. That's kind of like did they even, I don't even know. Did they sign Thomas Bordeleau? They did.
What's that defenseman that they got rid of?
That defenseman they got rid of?
Last one starts with a D.
Tori Dello.
No.
Wait, that's who they got. Daniil Missoul.
Is it Brian?
Brian? What?
Dude, this is going to drive me insane.
Dennis Chalowski. I don't know what you're talking about.
Brian Dumoulin.
They traded him or just...
He's not on the team anymore, I don't think.
Oh, like they just didn't sign him?
He is...
Yeah, he signed with LA.
Yeah.
Why was that that was like the big name that you couldn't think of?
Well, no, that was the one of their defensemen that they didn't bring back, and it was a bigger name. I don't know if it's just because of work, and I've seen just did a bunch of his sticks or what, but
Curtis Lazar is gone. Thomas Tatar is gone. Daniel Sprong is gone. I mean, they didn't really. They added Evgeny Dednov. Is that it?
yeah.
I don't know. It's the same fucking team as last year. It's going to be can they stay? Can their big guys stay healthy? And I don't know. Can Markstrom play well?
I don't know. This isn't sense for me to say this team is a fraud. Prove me wrong.
You say it all the time.
No, I'm saying like just the prove me wrong.
Oh,
stuff.
they got Connor Brown. Oh, I gotcha. Connor Brown is their big off-season acquirer.
There's Stanley Cup. Let's go.
Well, I mean, he could have been the reason there wasn't a Stanley Cup in Edmonton, so you never know. I don't know. I fucking Jesper Bratt had a monster year.
And that's the thing. It's like I like guys on the Devils.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't like the overall opinion of the Devils of how people
The
like
Devils.
these. It's like the Devils to me is like the same as the Sharks to me. These guys, like people like hype these guys up that they're doing this amazing stuff and that they're so good and they're going to, they're doing all the right things and they're just that close to, breaking on through. And then the Devils go out and they sign Dougie Hamilton. They go and get Jake Markstrom and all this kind of stuff. And it's like they still just are the same team that just falls flat every single year. And it's so annoying to hear about how good the Devils are. And, we're just so close. We're just so close to breaking through. I've been saying that for 10 years now. Fucking break through already.
Yeah, they're very hot and cold. I forgot they signed Jake Allen for 5 years at $1.8 million. He's 35.
That's stupid.
Okay. This is like, tell me you don't have any goaltending depth without telling me you have no goaltending depth. I don't know. They fucking suck. Whatever.
I'm tired. Yeah, I'm just tired of hearing about them. Like I'm tired of hearing about San Jose with the perfect rebuild.
It's not though. It's not.
I know it's not.
That's my point. Drilled. They got lucky and they got 2 first overall picks, like in really close years. Fingers crossed, we get that.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, if there was some, valid points being made about this team, same thing with San Jose, but same valid points being made where I'm like, okay, that makes sense. It's a different story. There are players on this team that if this team does finally break through and makes a playoff push and a Stanley Cup push, I'd be fucking thrilled for it because there are guys on this team I like.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna sit here and listen to they're just so close. How close can you get and for how long until you just say, we're not that team? That's my point with the Devils.
Yeah.
And I hate that it gets me so fucking angry about it. Like,
I think the Devils are going to end up being the number 1 team in the league. If they're hot this year. If they're cold, they're not going to make the playoffs.
They'll be the hottest team in the league. They'll go 82-0, and then they'll get swept in the first round.
No, they just
Jack Hughes gets hurt game 82. No, Jack Hughes gets hurt game 82, and then their whole team falls apart because they're one player. And they're not one player. Again, I know, but I'm just saying that's how this team seems every single season. Jack Hughes go down all of a sudden. Well, there goes our shot at the playoffs. I guess we'll have to, be this close next year.
Yeah, I can't wait till Jack Hughes makes it to the playoffs and then he gets pushed around by all the teams that have like the big boys. I like Jack Hughes.
I do too. I want him to succeed. I mean, he's great. He's great for American hockey. And I want him to be part of Team USA, going forward. And it sucked that he couldn't play in Four Nation. Was it him or Quinn that couldn't play Four Nation?
Quinn.
Okay. And I want to see them play together for Team USA and all that kind of stuff. Like, just fucking figure it out, please.
Yeah,
so I can stop. So I can stop. I can stop this irrational hate for you guys.
Figure it out, bud.
All right. Second place in the division, the Carolina Hurricanes, 47, 30, and 5, finished with 99 points. They end up losing in the conference
Fucking,
finals
they finally
again.
won a game though. They won a
Yeah,
game.
to the Stanley Cup champion Florida Panthers. They lost in 5. So congratulations, Rob the Bob. You got your first win. Um, only that stands out for me for this team right now is that they are identity crisis.
I mean, if you're talking about the Devils being frauds, this team is also fraudulent.
But so first off, the identity thing is because their jerseys are just terrible. They keep changing their jerseys. They have 3 different styles for 3 different jerseys, all that kind of stuff. That was my identity crisis thing there. But let me throw this to you. Are they frauds if they just do exactly what you expect them to do?
What, be really good and then just disappear in the Eastern Conference Final?
They make it all the way to the conference final, and then they just technically they're not frauds because they did better than what they've been doing.
I just think it's annoying that the Eastern Conference Final is not competitive. Like, that's the biggest problem.
Yeah.
What the fuck are we doing? But I mean, this team is locked up. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, talk about some of their moves.
Well, they went out and got Nikolai Ehlers, who ended up being like the only free agent available that was like a top 6 player. They went out and they got Keandre Miller. So, like Carolina always does, they hoard defensemen. Technically their big ad, but he got to play in the playoffs, is that Alexander Nikishin kid that they got on defense, who looked pretty goddamn good. What else did they do? They get anything else? I don't think they made any trades in the I mean, yes, they did make a trade in the offseason. Obviously, I just talked about it as a Keandre Miller, but I don't think they made any other trades.
I know it happened last season, but Taylor Hall gets his extension, so he's at least got a little bit of a permanent home for at least
gets to hang out. Let's see. Was there any other major signings? I don't think there was, because I don't really know who they ended the year with on their team. Like, they extended Jackson Blake, they extended Stankoven, they extended Skylar Brindamore, who, like, cool, your dad's the coach. Was Tyson Jost on their team? I have no idea. Yeah, they made the two big moves, and that's it. One more year of Freddie Anderson. Like, that's their biggest issue is, like, do the goalies stay healthy?
Well, did you see that they're rumored to be one of the favorites to land Carter Hart?
Oh, I guess that makes sense.
Game changer.
Yeah, we'll see. He hasn't played in 2 years?
Yeah.
We'll see about that.
I meant to bring that up in the Philly or the Flyers, but I apparently told the Flyers that because they were allegedly interested in, and he's like, I need a change of scenery.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah,
and apparently, like, I saw like Vegas, and
Vegas was another one. Yeah,
was it Carolina? And there was like one more that were interested, but not Edmonton, which is so dumb. Because, like, if he's good, if he comes back and he's good, like, that's your biggest issue. But whatever, it's fucking Edmonton. Who cares? Yeah, I don't know. Carolina is loaded up on the defensive side still, even though they lost Dmitry Orlov and Brent Burns. They got Keandre Miller. Like, their top 4 is still solid with Miller, Slavin. I'm assuming Sean Walker's in the top 4, maybe Jalen Chatfield and like Shane Gostisbehere. They got Mike Riley. Oh yeah, and then Alexander Nikishin, who, no joke, like, I'm curious to see this guy actually play, because I didn't really pay attention to Carolina in the playoffs. But on Puckpedia, they have like their own like little prospect rating, you know, player card, and it says that his NHL projection is first pairing D. So I'm really curious to see how true that could be.
Because he was in the K, right? And that's
He was in the K last year. He had 40.
Yeah.
He had 17 goals, 29 assists, so 46 points in 61 games. It's like not too bad. He had an assist in 4 games in the playoffs for Carolina. But if he ends up being like, I bet how nice would that be if he was like the offensive dynamo, and then you have Jacob Slavin, who's like one of the best defensive defensemen in the entire league. Just pair them together. I'm sure that would be pretty sick. Yeah, big fan. I mean, with how weak this division is, like
theirs to lose.
It's always theirs to lose. Like that's the biggest thing.
And the only reason they didn't win it last year was because the team that finished first, Washington Capitals, 51-22-9 for 111 points, loses second round of the playoffs to Carolina. The only reason why they didn't win the division was because this was a team that was on a mission from God, who was doing everything in their power to have Ovechkin beat Gretzky.
Is it the mission from God, or is it the mission from Putin?
I was gonna say tomato, but I'm not that. But
do you support?
NSA is just gonna fucking bust through my window all of a sudden right here. Like,
do you fuck with the war?
Yeah, but yeah, Washington was, again, like, Columbus was that very pleasant surprise in that division. I think Washington was equally that surprise, because last year it felt like Washington was just going to take a nosedive because they were literally putting together, the land of misfit toys, PLD and everything. Like, everything was like, what are they doing? And it fucking worked. And was it chemistry working well, or was it just they wanted Ovechkin to get Gretzky, so they were going to do whatever they could as a team to make that happen?
Well, Dylan Strome has become the player that, 82 points in 82 games. There it is. 53 assists, 29 goals, like, solid. Wish we would have had that Dylan Strome. He also was shooting just under 20%, which is fucking crazy. Ovechkin just puts everything on net. They had Alexei Protas with a breakout season. The kid's like 6'6". Pierre-Luc Dubois had a good season, 66 points. Tom Wilson fully healthy for the whole year, 65 points, 100 PIMs, like 33 goals, like just a monster, dude. And then Connor McMichael, who was like one of their better young players, he had 57 points with 26 goals. So it's looking good for them, actually. If anything, like, their top, all right, let's just say the top 6 that I just mentioned, right? Like, if they can put up similar or better seasons, because those guys are still fairly young, if Ovechkin drops off, this team's still probably a playoff team. Plus, they had some really good goaltending stats, too, with Thompson and Lindgren, and they kept that tandem.
What team was it that, it was a couple of years ago, you're like, they were so fucking good, and you're like, the only way this team can ever compete it.
Nashville,
yes. I feel like that's what this is this year with Washington.
I don't, because Nashville, all those players were like 29, 30, 31, 32. Washington, Dylan Strome's 27, Protas is 24, Dubois is 26, Tom Wilson's only 30, Connor McMichael's 24, and then you can skip John Carlson because he's 35. He still had a really good year, 51 points. But then you get Jacob Chikrin and then Rasmus Dahlin, who are 26 and 24. Andrew Mangiapane, who, I mean, at this point, that's their 10th point, like top 10. He's the last one. He only had 28 points, but he was only 28. Like, those guys are in, like, what would I say? How many? 8 out of those 10 guys are 30 or between 24 and 30 years old. So they're pretty much like in their prime right now. And like I said too, like the fact that Logan Thompson and Charlie Lindgren like played fantastically together, good tandem. They almost had a 50-50 split where Thompson started 42 games and Lindgren started 38, and then they had a couple other kids that played one game each. Thompson 910 save percentage, 249 goals against average. Honestly, which feels like extremely baseline for the NHL. That's solid goaltending though.
Yeah.
Because that's, if you look at it and there's 32 teams, and if that's average, that's 16, like that's fine because your team can score goals.
That's fair. Yeah. I guess for me, I'm just a little bit more concerned about can the goalie tandem, repeat or come close to what they did last year. PLD, yeah, he had a great year and all that, but I mean, he's also very, very shaky on consistency.
He'll have like a good season, and then it's like, oh,
yeah.
Like now I'm sad, and it's like, dude, what the fuck?
Dylan Strome looked really good, but he was also setting up Ovechkin, who again chasing history, And all your points are valid. I'm just saying what my mindset is with it, and that's why I don't know if they strike. They might be good, like they might do well, but I don't know if they strike gold as well as they did last year.
Yeah,
that's where I think, and I think that there are enough teams because this is a weak division that if they lose, I don't know how many games that could potentially lose for them, but I think you're going to see a big bump with the Islanders. I think with a better leadership group there, and the ability to actually go out and get them the help that they need if they're in that position. I can't see the Rangers dropping back down. I feel like when you have one of the best goalies in the world on your team, you're going to be a team that is putting up big points, and the division is just bad enough where these teams there's 4 or 5 teams that have a shot at the top 3.
Yeah.
And Washington needs to be almost identical and perfect, in my opinion, to be where they're at.
Again. Yeah, I don't think that they're going to be pushing President's Trophy, but I think they're still pushing playoffs. Also, Ryan Leonard is going to have his rookie year.
Oh, yeah. Fuck.
So that'll be...
Yeah, so, I mean, good. I could be wrong. And I...
Dude, they have this third line listed as Hendrix Lapierre, Connor McMichael, and Ryan Leonard, who are all their like former first-round picks from 2020, like 2019, and 2023. Yeah, that's kind of a sick third line. Just the young kids, just fucking locking it up.
Ryan Leonard was sick in the playoffs.
That'd be fun to watch. Yeah, I don't know. They're still a good team, especially like you said. Like this division's kind of weak, so they'll be able to take advantage.
So as we get into, let's do our rankings. Okay, so let's say what are you thinking for this division? And remember, the top 3 teams have to be your playoff teams for the East.
I think I would go Carolina. I'm gonna go crazy. I'm gonna say Columbus, and then Washington, and then New Jersey, the Islanders, the Rangers, Philly, Pittsburgh.
You said Islanders over the Rangers?
Yeah.
And Philly, Pittsburgh.
I just think that like Chris Drury's fucking gonna do some weird shit again.
Well, you talked about going crazy. I'm going crazy here too. I have Carolina on first.
That's crazy.
I have the Islanders in second.
Whoa.
I got Columbus in third.
Whoa.
New Jersey in fourth.
Oh, interesting.
Washington 5. Rangers 6. Pittsburgh 7. Philly 8.
Yeah, Philly under Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
in full disclosure, in my mind, I couldn't tell you the point differential. I feel like it's going to be literally like 2 games separates second place and 6th place in this division. I think it's going to be like one of those things where it's like, somebody please take these playoff spots. Yeah, like somebody please take this 3rd playoff spot. Like,
yeah, I can see that.
So I mean, it's going to be. Now watch this go and be the best division this year, and
I don't see that happening.
No, I don't either. I just think it'd be funny. We're just essentially talking shit on it for about an hour, 15 minutes, and then they end up being the
2 teams put up 115 points each, and they're both like fighting for the President's Trophy. And 5
teams are making the playoffs from this division, all 100+ points.
Yeah, Pittsburgh misses the playoffs in 8th, but with 90 points. It's like, fuck. Okay, that's weird.
So, all right, that's episode 333. Make sure to follow us on your favorite podcast feed. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, the big 2. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, social media at WCB Podcast. You got any other final words?
No. That's it. That's all I got. So I can't wait till next week when we get into the Western Conference.
And just remember, we're doing the Pacific, the Central, minus the Blackhawks, and then we'll do a whole episode on the Blackhawks, and then maybe we'll do season predictions, like Stanley Cup and the Big 4 awards. Bold predictions, crazy predictions. We're gonna get weird. Whoa. So, all right, boys. We'll see you on the next one.
All right, love you, boys. Bye.
Thanks for listening to the WCB Podcast. Be sure to subscribe wherever you heard this podcast. To connect with Jarom and Tanner, check out the boys at WCB Podcast on all social media. We'll see you next time.